Hello Quizheads, welcome to Takeaway Trivia, episode number 237. I'm Leon, your quizmaster from Hereford, UK, and this is another edition of your pub quiz in a podcast. Let's check out a few of your messages. First up, it's Anya, who says happy 30th birthday to fiancé Stephen. Stephen, hello, how are you? What are you expecting for your birthday? Maybe a nice meal out? Maybe a nice little gift? Well, surprise, surprise, Anya is taking you to Iceland. How cool is that? Have an amazing time, not jealous at all. You've got a little bit of time to pack. It's not until March, but at least get the passport ready, all right? Happy birthday, Stephen. Have an incredible 30th. Anya, it's good to hear from you. Glad you enjoy the podcast. Mary Jones says, hello from Mary and Joel in Castlemaine in Victoria, Australia. We will be taking a road trip to Canberra in the first week of November and have been saving up a few episodes to get us going. Safe travels. Enjoy your road trip. Good stuff. Callum Turner says, hi Leon, would it be possible to request a shout out? Me and my girlfriend Esme are driving to Cornwall on Thursday, so I'd love to surprise her with a shout out if possible. Safe travels. Love Cornwall. I'm going to be heading down there myself in a few weeks. So have a wonderful time. Callum, thank you for getting in touch. Esme, have a great time in Cornwall. All right then, let's get on with this week's podcast. What's coming up? Well, we've got the Final Fling on the way. We'll be playing a round of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the guest round this week, something completely different. We're doing video games. 10 questions all about gaming. First of all, though, here's your general knowledge. Good luck. All right then, quiz heads, ready to dive into round number 1. Here we go. To general knowledge, question number 1. Which soccer player features on the cover of the standard edition of EA Sports FC 25? It's in the game. So number 1, which soccer player features on the cover of the standard edition of EA Sports FC 25? Number 2, in September 2024, Taylor Swift became the most awarded solo artist at the MTV Video Music Awards. Whose record did she surpass? Number 2, last month, T-Swizzle became the most awarded solo artist at the MTV Video Music Awards. Whose record did she smash? Number 3, what is a tree or shrub called that shreds its leaves annually? Number 3, what is the name of a tree or shrub that shreds its leaves annually? Number 4, who is the head of the Virgin Group of companies? Number 4, who is the head of the Virgin Group of companies? Number 5, who presents Dragon's Den, the UK version? So number 5, who presents BBC's Dragon's Den? Number 6, in education, what does a BA stand for? It's in a degree. So if you were to hold a BA degree, what does it stand for? Number 7, what was the biggest city in America until 1775? Number 7, what was the biggest city in America until 1775? Number 8, which bird is often associated with delivering babies? Number 8, which bird is often associated with delivering babies? Number 9, which country has the largest area? Is it Australia or Brazil? Number 9, which country has the largest area? Is it Australia or Brazil? And number 10, in which 2 countries is the BWT Alpine F1 team based? So question number 10, in which 2 countries is the BWT Alpine Formula 1 team based? There you go, that's your 10 questions for general knowledge this week. I'll have the answers for those after round number 2. And something different for round number 2 this week. Often here we'll do a wipeout round, a lyrically speaking round, or an entertainment round. We're kind of keeping it entertainment based. However, this week it's all about video games. 10 questions on gaming, beginning with question number 1. What is the name of Lara Croft's butler? Question number 1. What is the name of Lara Croft's butler? Number 2. What North Carolina-based video game company created Fortnite? Number 2. Which North Carolina-based video game company created Fortnite? Number 3. Which game features Mario's brother ghostbusting in a spooky hotel? Number 3. Which game features Mario's brother ghostbusting in a spooky hotel? One of my favourite games from the GameCube. Absolutely loved that game. I sold it, stupidly. I finished it and sold it, and many years later decided I wanted to play it again. I had to track down another copy. Number 4. On what fictional planet is Gears of War set? So number 4. On what fictional planet is Gears of War set? Number 5. What is the name of the weapon store in the GTA series? So question 5. What is the name of the weapon store in the Grand Theft Auto series? Number 6. On which island is Elizabeth kept prisoner in BioShock Infinite? Number 6. On which island is Elizabeth kept prisoner in BioShock Infinite? Number 7. In which year was the Nintendo Wii released? Number 7. In which year was the Nintendo Wii released? Number 8. Which 2018 video game is set in 1889 and follows the story of outlaws Arthur Morgan and John Marston? So number 8, what 2018 video game is set in 1889 and follows the story of outlaws Arthur Morgan and John Marston? I'm not much of a gamer these days. I used to be in my 20s, but that is one game that I'd be very tempted, I think. Number 9, name the central physicist in the game Half-Life. So number 9, name the central physicist who features in the game Half-Life. And number 10, how much is a purple stud worth in the Lego games? Number 10, how much is a purple stud worth in the Lego games? Back to your general knowledge round. We opened with these 10 questions. How did you do? Let's find out those answers. Number 1, which soccer player features on the cover of the standard edition of EA Sports FC 25? It's not FIFA anymore, obviously it's changed its name. It's Jude Bellingham. Number 2, in September 2024, T-Swizzle became the most awarded solo artist at the MTV Video Music Awards. Whose record did she smash? Beyonce. Number 3, what is a tree or shrub called that shreds its leaves annually? It's a deciduous tree or deciduous shrub. Number 4, who is the head of the Virgin Group of Companies? Richard Branson. Although he's kind of gone quieter these days. He used to be everywhere, sort of in the 90s and 2000s, didn't he? Number 5, who presents BBC's Dragon's Den? That's Evan Davis. Number 6, in education, what does a BA stand for? Sometimes when I'm writing this quiz, I think, I can't think of a question. I've run out of ideas. So you kind of just have to look around the room. I think, right, I'll ask a question about that. I was sorting out my folders and I found my old degree certificate, which obviously I have a BA. So it's a Bachelor of Arts. I'm not humble bragging there. I'm just telling you that's where the inspiration for that question came from. So in education, what does a BA stand for? It's a Bachelor of Arts. Number 7, what was the biggest city in America until 1755? Boston. Number 8, which bird is often associated with delivering babies? A stork. Number 9, which country has the largest area? Is it Australia or Brazil? It's Brazil. And number 10, which two countries is the BWT Alpine F1 team based? France and England. Okay, there's your answers to round 1. I'll have the answers for round 2 after round 3. And what is round 3 this week? Well, question number 1 is worth 5 points. Question 2 is worth 4 points. 3 is worth 3 points. Question 4 is worth 2 points. And question 5 is worth just 1 point. That's why I call it 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Used to do the little jingle there, but it got copyright striked on YouTube, so I steer free of it now. Anyway, question number 1. Name 5 of the 6 actors who have played James Bond on screen in the official Eon films. So we're not talking the first Casino Royale or Never Say Never Again, which are both unofficial Bond films, but name 5 of the 6 actors who've portrayed James Bond on screen in the official Eon films. Who's your favourite then? Come on, who's your favourite Bond? I was just about to say mine. That would give you an answer, wouldn't it? Whoops. Number 2. On average, what are the 4 heaviest land animals? So question number 2. On average, what are the 4 heaviest land animals across the world? Number 3. What are Belgium's 3 official languages? Number 3, what are Belgium's 3 official languages? Number 4, what are the only 2 countries to have a land border with the United States? So number 4, what are the only 2 countries to have a land border with the United States? At number 5, false or true, the Mastermind chair, that's a famous quiz show here in the UK, has a detachable arm should the larger contestants get stuck. So number 5, false or true, the Mastermind chair has detachable arms just in case larger contestants get stuck. Is that false or true? And there you go, your 5 questions on 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you're looking back at some of those answers for the last 2 rounds and just want to double check them, feel free, pause the podcast, and I will have a session of answers for you next. Welcome back to Takeaway Trivia. It's time for a bumper set of answers. The answers to both the video games round and your 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's video games first. Now, I used to be a gamer sort of back in my 20s. Obviously, I've had kids since then and priorities have changed. I'd love to get back into gaming, but I find now I pick up a controller and I start playing a game and then I start thinking of all the things around the house I should be doing, and you get that guilt and you just don't get anywhere basically. So that means some of these video games I'm not as familiar with as I used to be, so apologies if I pronounce anything wrong over the next 10 answers. Question number 1, what was the name of Lara Croft's butler Winston? Number 2, what North Carolina based video game company created Fortnite? Epic Games. Number 3, which game features Mario's brother ghostbusting in a spooky hotel, Luigi's Mansion? Number 4, on what fictional planet is Gears of War set? Is it Sera or Sera? S-E-R-A. Number 5, what is the name of the weapon store in the GTA Grand Theft Auto series? It's Ammu-Nations. Number 6, on which island is Elizabeth kept prisoner in BioShock Infinite? Monument Island. Number 7, in which year was the Nintendo Wii released? 2006. I queued up in the early hours to get mine. I was the second in the queue and the person ahead of me was gutted because they had to go straight to work after getting the Wii. So their Wii was going to be in the back of their van. I think they were a builder whilst they were at work all day, whereas I got to go straight home and play on it because I booked the day off because I'm sad. Number 8, what 2018 video game is set in 1889 and follows the story of outlaws Arthur Morgan and John Marston? Red Dead Redemption 2. That does look like a good game, but like I said earlier, I'm just resisting it because I know that would be hundreds of hours lost if I got into it. Number 9, name the central physicist in Half-Life? That is Gordon Freeman. And number 10, how much is a purple stud worth in Lego games? 25,000. I do like the Lego games. Lego Star Wars was great. Why have they not done Lego Back to the Future? Because that would be awesome. And Lego Ghostbusters. I know they did it as part of Lego Dimensions, but you could do a Lego Ghostbusters game now that works your way through all 4 films. That'd be fantastic. And then you could have a bonus DLC as the Lady Ghostbusters. Come on, Telltale Games. Sort it out. All right, then, your answers to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Number 1, name 5 of the 6 actors who have portrayed Bond on screen in the official Eon films. We've had Sean Connery, George Lazenby, Roger Moore, Timothy Dalton, Pierce Brosnan, and Daniel Craig. Sean Connery obviously will always be the best, won't he? He will be the James Bond. I really like George Lazenby. I think he's underrated in the role. I think Timothy Dalton is probably the best in that they're the closest to the novel version of James Bond, the sort of Ian Fleming original version. But there was just something about the Pierce Brosnan films that were just fun, weren't there? So they've all got their strengths. And actually, looking back, Daniel Craig, and I'm not saying this to be controversial, but possibly my least favourite, actually. Sorry, Daniel Craig. Nothing personal. Although, his version of Casino Royale is incredible. Where do you think they should go next with the Bond films? I passionately believe that the next series of James Bond films should be set in the 1960s. They should be period pieces about the Cold War, because ultimately that's who James Bond was. And I think trying to keep up with the modern times all the time is actually in a weird way to the detriment of the film. Set it in the 1960s where it's supposed to be, get a new James Bond, and just tell some good Cold War espionage stories. That's what I'd like to see. But I'm just a daft guy that does quizzes for a living, not a film producer, so I'm probably wrong. Number 2, what are the 4 heaviest land animals? African elephant, Asian elephant, white rhino, and giraffe. Number 3, what are Belgium's 3 official languages? French, Dutch, German. Number 4, what are the only 2 countries to have a land border with the United States, Canada, and Mexico? And number 5, false or true, the mastermind chair has detachable arms should larger contestants get stuck. That is true. That's your bumper answer section over with. It's time for more questions, but trickier this time. Let's leap into round 4. Round number 4 is the final round. It's the Final Fling. 15 questions of general knowledge. Here we go. Number 1, at which racecourse could you watch both the Oaks and the Derby? Number 1, at which racecourse can you watch both the Oaks and the Derby? Number 2, what is the capital of Nova Scotia? Number 2, what is the capital of Nova Scotia? 3, what religion was Adolf Hitler? Number 3, what religion was Adolf Hitler? Number 4, what now obsolete format lost out to VHS in the videotape format war in the late 70s and 80s? Now, I'm aware that in the 70s and 80s, a lot of home video formats were trialled, but there were 2 really key ones. One was VHS and the other one lost out. Just, what was it called? Question number 5, in which country would you find the football club Real Sociedad? So question number 5, in which country would you find the football club Real Sociedad? Number 6, which traditionally mysterious organisation is referred to as the Craft? Question number 6, which traditionally mysterious organisation, although they will say they're not, is referred to as the Craft? Number 7, how many letters are there in the Russian alphabet? Number 7, how many letters are there in the Russian alphabet? Number 8, if you ordered polo from a menu whilst in Italy, what are you ordering? Number 8, if you ordered polo from a menu whilst in Italy, what are you ordering? Number 9, Sherlock Holmes retired from detective work to keep what animal? Number 9, Sherlock Holmes retired from detective work to keep what animal? Number 10. What is the capital of Romania? Question number 10. What is the capital of Romania? Number 11. Which author is behind The Diary of a Wimpy Kid? Number 11. Which author is behind The Diary of a Wimpy Kid? Number 12. In what year is the 2017 sequel to Blade Runner set? Number 12. In what year is the 2017 sequel to Blade Runner set? Number 13. What is the name of the Native American girl rescued by Peter Pan? Number 13. Name the Native American girl who is rescued by Peter Pan. Number 14. Which periodic element is represented by the symbol Hg? Number 14. Which periodic element is represented by the symbol Hg? And number 15. Which company is behind the Pixel range of smartphones? Number 15. Which company is behind the Pixel range of smartphones? And that's your 15 questions on the Final Fling. Hopefully it's a good one for you. Hopefully it's the winning round. If not, shall we find out? The answers are after this quick break. Welcome back to Takeaway Trivia. I hope you've done well in the Final Fling. You're feeling confident? Finalise your answers, because I'm going to tell you what they are. Question number 1. At which racecourse would you watch both the Oaks and the Derby? That's Epsom Racecourse. Number 2. What is the capital of Nova Scotia? Halifax. 3. What religion was Adolf Hitler? Roman Catholic. Number 4. What now obsolete format lost out to VHS in the videotape format wars in the 1980s? Betamax. Number 5. Which country would you find the football club Real Sociedad in? It's Spain. Sociedad is apparently Spanish for society, I believe. Number 6. What traditionally mysterious organisation is referred to as the Craft? The Freemasons. Number 7. How many letters are there in the Russian alphabet? 33. 33 plus the Freemasons. It's a sign. The conspiracy theorists are going to think I'm part of the Illuminati there, aren't they? All I need now is a question about a triangle. Question number 8. If you order polo from the menu whilst in Italy, what are you ordering? Chicken. Number 9. Sherlock Holmes retired from detective work to keep what animal? Bees. That's a TikTok meme, isn't it? Number 10. What is the capital of Romania? Bucharest. Number 11. Which author is behind The Diary of a Wimpy Kid? Jeff Kinney. Number 12. What year is the 2017 sequel to Blade Runner set? 2049. An incredible film. Beautiful film. Number 13. What is the name of the Native American girl rescued by Peter Pan? Tiger Lily. Number 14. Which periodic element is represented by the symbol Hg? Mercury. And number 15. Which company is behind the Pixel range of smartphones? Google. Total your scores up and find out if you are a Takeaway Trivia champion this week. Thank you for playing Takeaway Trivia. Don't forget to follow, like and subscribe wherever you get this podcast from. We are on YouTube as well, although I tend to delay the YouTube releases for about a week behind the podcast releases. And I will leave you with one final tat fact. Did you know that the moon is shrinking, but only very slightly, by about 50 metres in radius over the last several 100 million years? They reckon moonquakes could be to blame, but we're not quite sure. It's the aliens stealing the cheese. That's what it is. Have a great week, have a safe week, and we will quiz again soon. Take care. I hope you're enjoying Takeaway Trivia. Don't forget, we're now available wherever you get your podcasts, so please subscribe, rate, and review to help this quiz grow. Also, if there's anything you would like to be tested on, any subjects you'd like to hear in the quiz, please get in touch. You can follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/takeawaytrivia or on Threads at Bar Wars. Finally, we're also available on YouTube, youtube.com/@takeawaytrivia. Happy quizzing! The intro music is There It Is by Kevin MacLeod, available from incompetech.filmmusic.io, licensed by creativecommons.org.